Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. So we're gonna play with another palette from Alter Ego. I played with the Goddess palette last month, and that was the palette to dupe the Natasha Denona Gold palette, I believe is what it was called. I don't remember. I don't keep up with Natasha Denona. That is way out of my realm of finances. But basically, I used that palette. It was beautiful. I loved it. You guys really seemed to like that video, and a lot of you seem to really like that palette. A couple of you snagged it and are really enjoying it, so that's really cool. But they came out with the Daydream recently, and they sent me this one as well to play with you guys. Also, really quick, they did not ask me to make a video. I don't have to make a video. I'm just choosing to. I posted about it on my Instagram stories and you guys wanted to see a look with it, so this is why I'm doing this. I'm not paid, it's not sponsored or anything like that, but they did send it to me. Basically, this one is supposed to dupe the Huda Beauty Nude Nudes palette. This is what the inside looks like. Now, it's not the exact same layout as the Huda Nude Nudes palette, but if you unscramble them a little bit and you reposition everything, they have a lot of the same shades. Granted, I don't have the Huda Beauty Nude Nudes palette, so I can't do swatch comparisons, but just based on what it looks like, it's a very similar vibe. You can definitely tell that's what it's going for. And this one's only $18 as opposed to probably $50, I imagine, is the Huda one. I personally don't buy Huda Beauty products because they sell mink lashes, so not about that life. I don't buy from brands that sell mink lashes because I'm only cruelty free, and I don't consider mink lashes cruelty free, even though that's a vegan versus non-vegan thing. It goes against what I believe. But regardless, this one's really cheap. I imagine the formula is going to be good because I really liked the Goddess palette. I'm really into these shimmers here. These look like pressed glitters, which I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters in palettes. However, they look like really pretty glitters, so we will see. Obviously, you guys can tell this is not my kind of palette. I normally go for colorful palettes, not so much nude palettes. But honestly, if you just kind of don't look at the bottom row, it looks like a really pretty grungy, violet-y, warm, yummy palette, and I feel like I can create some really pretty grungy, glamorous looks, and I'm really excited to dive into it. The only other thing I don't like is this shade called Conceal, which the Huda Beauty palette has one similar. This is literally a concealer. It's a cream. I will never use that shade. I personally don't use concealer to prime my eyelids. I use the Sigma eyeshadow base in Ignite. However, for the purpose of the video, I might try it just to see, but I haven't decided yet because I don't want to risk it not working out because of the concealer, not so much the product. But I'm really excited with the Goddess palette. The mattes blended out beautifully. The shimmers were out of this world, and I'm just excited to play with this one as well. Alter Ego, thank you so much for sending this my way. I'm very grateful, and I can't wait to create a look with it. I don't even know what we're gonna do. I don't do swatches. However, I do want to swatch some of these shimmers just because I want to know kind of what I'm getting into. So I'm gonna swatch, oh, it's so soft feeling. Cloud 9, Dreamer, Fairy Tale, Starcrossed. See what they look like. Oh, they're so pretty. Ooh. I think it's gonna be these two. I think those are the two I'm gonna go with today. I don't know though. We'll see. I'm excited. They feel so soft. They feel very much like the Goddess palette ones, and I'm really excited about that. So anyways, I'm gonna zoom you guys in, prime my eyes. I'll let you know if I use my normal eyeshadow primer or if I use the concealer, and we will get started. For the sake of using it, I did use that Conceal shade as my primer, and we will see how it goes. I haven't used a concealer as a primer in such a long time, so I don't know how I'm gonna like it, but we will see. I wanna dip right away into Sugar Plum, that really pretty dark purple. And for that, I'm just gonna use this little pencil brush because I want it really precise. And I'm just going to start tapping that in the outer corner. And you know, maybe I'll do a halo eye. I haven't done that in a hot second. So I'm gonna pop it in the inner and outer corner and then start dragging it a little ways through the crease, but not all the way because I want the middle of my eye to stay fairly open. Same with my lower lash. I think I'm only gonna take it on the inner and outer half, or thirds I should say. Leave the middle kind of open. What if I left my eye makeup just like this and said this is the end of the video? Would you guys ever trust me again? Probably not. Now I want to start blending that out and get kind of a transition-y shade going. So I want to go in, I think, with Sunset. I don't know why, but I'm really drawn to that shade. It's a really pretty tone. I'm just taking an Anastasia dual-ended brush for this. And I'm just going to start by just simply patting it over kind of this area. And I'm not really going to drag this through the crease too far yet either. I'm just working on blending this shade out a little bit. So this is kind of where we're at, a little bit more blended, not as blocky. And now to blend things out even more, I think I want to take this shade, which is called Celestial, and I want to mix that with Glow. So I'm just going to tap back and forth in between both. And for that, I just have this random fluffy brush. I don't even know where this one's from because the name is getting rubbed off. I'm just going to take that and just lightly start dusting around the outer edges. Light motions, just doing little swirls. I don't really care if this shade goes all the way through the middle because it's a lighter shade. Basically, my goal was just to create a little bit of a gradient between the outer and inner. These shades blend like butter. I'm really impressed with this formula. I said it in my Goddess video with this brand, but I was doubtful that I was going to like it so much just because you never know with dupe brands. But so far, so good with this brand. I do think I want to wing out the outer corner a little bit more, so I'm going to take Sugar Plum, that very first shade I used, on that same pencil brush. And I'm just going to start kind of very lightly etching out the shape just a tad bit. I'm using very light pressure. I don't want too much pigment. And then I'm going to take that Anastasia brush, and I don't have any additional product on it. And I'm just going to start blending out the edge. I'm even going to help myself with my finger a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with that fluffy brush that I was just using, the one with the lightest shade, just to continue to buff and blend. I'm going to take my Anastasia brush actually and dip into Sunset and Sugar Plum, those first two shades, just to really help get this wing shape going. I'm digging the effect of that. So for my outer portions of my lid, for the shimmer, I want to place, I think, Dreamer. And then in the center, I'll place this one, which is called Fairy Tale. And I'm just going to use the packing side of that Anastasia brush for this. And of course, I'm going to grab my NYX Glitter Primer. Just have a little dollop on my brush, and I'm going to put that all around my lid, all the way up to where those dark shades are building up. I'm going to dip into Dreamer first, which is the darker of those shimmers I was just showing you. Oof. Look at that. Holy moly. And I'm just placing that simply right there. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to flip that brush over now and dip into Fairy Tale, which is that lighter pinky one. That's going to go in the center. Ooh, I love these shimmers. The shimmer formula is so good. It's so creamy and dreamy and yummy. I love it. Just going to take that pencil brush now. There's no additional product on it, just to kind of smudge in the outer corner areas. And I'm going to take my fluffy brush I used with the lightest shade to buff as well. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to take Dreamer again, which is the darker of the two. Pop some of that in the outer areas. I wiped the brush off and jumped into Fairy Tale. Pop that in the center, just copying what's going on the lid. Not being necessarily as precise though. More so just like a little hint of shimmer, not so much like a crazy wild anything. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I think I want my lower lash line just to be smoky. I'm going to take Sugar Plum on that pencil brush like from before and just really start blowing it out. Yeah, I like the look of that better with just some depth. Whenever I played with the Goddess palette, I got quite a few of you saying like, I like when you do colorful looks and stuff like that. It's like, I'm not giving up colorful looks. I can use a neutral palette once in a while. And that doesn't mean I've been converted to the neutral side. Although a lot of people would not consider this neutral. This is neutral for me, but it's not neutral to a lot of people. I'm quite intrigued by these pressed glitters, but I don't think I want to use one. I don't know. Starlight is this one right here. I'm going to dip my finger lightly into it and just lightly do a tippy tap right over top. Just to give it some reflect. I don't want lots of chunky glitter. Okay, but that is really pretty. I can't deny it. For my inner corner, I want to take Starcross, which is that more goldy one. I'm just going to dip this tiny little Morphe brush in that shade and pop that right in the inner corner. It's actually a really good inner corner highlight tone. I like it. I'm just building it up a lot because I like a very, very intense inner corner. I mean, this is pretty much the look. This is pretty much what I wanted once I decided what I was going to use. It's very burgundy, pinky, grungy, cute. And what do I want in my waterline? I think I'm going to go with this one from Colourpop. It's called No Shame, I think. Yeah, No Shame. It's a dark purple. And I just want that in my waterline. So I'm going to do it. I'm digging the way that looks in my waterline, actually. I think it's really cute. I guess that's pretty much it for the eye look, though. I like it. I'm going to do the other eye now, throw on my lashes, something on my lips, and I guess we'll chat a little bit. Okay, I'm so frustrated because I already filmed this outro twice, and the first time I forgot to turn my microphone on, and the second time I was out of focus. So if I'm out of focus, or if you can't hear me, I'm leaving it anyways because I'm not filming it a fourth time. This is the final look. I really like it despite having to refilm this outro so many times. I think it's so pretty. It's very glamorous, very glitzy, very grungy. I love these plummy tones. I don't play with colors like this too often, but I really like it on my eye color. It's really pretty. Honestly, and I'm speaking very early because my wedding's like a year away, but I could totally see me pulling this for my wedding makeup just because I really like these shimmers and the mattes blend really nice. But we will see. And no, I will not do wedding makeup trials on my channel. I don't need that kind of pressure in my life. But overall, I really like this palette so far. The mattes blended really pretty. The metallics are just so shiny, so buttery. I'm not a huge pressed glitter fan, like I said, but this glitter's really nice. It adds such a nice little twinkle across the lid. Maybe I can start to warm up to pressed glitters, but for now, I still don't love them in palettes. I would so much prefer it be another beautiful shimmer. I took the liberty of using that inner corner highlight shade on my cheekbones, and I think it's quite lovely. My lashes are the Disco Lashes from Pinky Rose Cosmetics, and on my lips I went with the Milk Tea Plushies from Lime Crime. I forgot how much I like this lipstick. It used to be my favorite, and I'm happy it's on my lips now. Alter Ego, thank you again so much for sending this to me. I had fun playing with it, and I just appreciate you so much. They gave me a discount code after I posted my video with the Goddess palette when I used that. It's beautbean if you want to save money on their site. It's not an affiliate code. I don't make money off of it. It's just for you guys, so if you wanted to snag anything, there's a code for you. No pressure. They also sent me the Temptress palette, which is duping the Anastasia Sultry, and I'm really excited because I don't own that palette, and I can't wait to play with this. There's so many pretty shimmers. I was actually going to potentially do this one today, but I ran a poll on Instagram stories and you guys voted for this one by just a little bit more. So I'll play with the Temptress soon. I can't wait. If you enjoyed this first impressions, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I post almost every day here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.